it's Abby. I'm back with another video, and today I'll be doing a book haul. So I have not too many, probably not as much as my last one had, but I still have quite a bit of books that I have acquired just in a little bit to last a bit of time. This will probably be the last book haul of the year, because anything I buy from here on out is probably going to be for other people, just because I've been doing Christmas gift shopping quite a bit. So hopefully I get to read these before the year's over. I've been pretty bad about reading these last couple of months, but hopefully, I don't know, some of these books are real good, so I'm hoping that they spark my readingness, and help me read more. So hopefully the sun doesn't leave us in this short amount of time that I have before the sun goes down. The first book isn't really one that I recently purchased, but I had it, I lost it, and I couldn't find it. My family recently moved into a new house, so I went into my mom's room randomly one time to talk to her, and it was sitting on her bed, and I was like, "Excuse me, did you find my book?" And she was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I was like, "Oh, yes," because I had been looking for it and I didn't want to repurchase it because I knew I already bought it, and that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And everyone talks about this book. I was so excited to read this book. When I had it, I read 50 pages of it, and then I lost it in my house somewhere, and so my mom found it for me, and I'm very excited to read it. Next book is another one that I am super excited for, and it's one that I picked up randomly. I was book shopping on Amazon, which is usually how I do my book shopping, and like I always go to like the suggested ones, and then I just like keep going, I get like lost in the book. So I was looking up LGBT reads, and this one came up, and I had no idea that it was like more of a classic, but it is Ruby Fruit Jungle by Rita Mae Brown, and it was written in, I think, 1973, and oh my gosh, this book is so good so far. About 50 pages into this one too. This is probably one that I definitely will finish because I absolutely love it. I'm enjoying it so much. It's not what I was expecting. I remember I was on the phone with my girlfriend and she was like, "Oh, like read me something so that I'll fall asleep." And then I was like, "Oh, this book seems like, you know, coming of age about a young girl. It's probably gonna be like super poetic and yada yada." So I start reading. If you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. I start reading and it was so funny, and I was laughing so hard, and it was just not what I was expecting it to be, and it was just so inappropriate at first, and it's just so funny. Anyways, it follows this girl starting from when she's 8 until she is older and coming to terms with her sexuality, talks about class and race and all of that kind of stuff, which was a really big deal, especially in like the 1970s-ish time when this was kind of written. So yeah. The next book is one I had to read for school. I've already finished it and read it and discussed it in class, and I absolutely love this book, and that is Beloved by Toni Morrison. I did not know what I was expecting going into this book. I pretty much expected nothing, but I had no idea that it was going to be so heavily ingrained in like magical realism. I thought it would just be more like a slave narrative, because technically it's more like post-slavery narrative kind of deal, but oh my gosh, this book was so crazy. I highly suggest reading it, and I suggest reading it with other people, or if you read it in a class, that's even better, just because like hearing other people's opinions about it and talking about it was like so mind-opening and just eye-opening, and it was crazy, and there's so many quotes in here that I'd seen on the internet that I didn't know were from this book, so it was really cool to get to see that and read it, and I love this book. This is probably one of my favorite classics at this point. The next one I got is super fun, and that is a graphic novel or comic. I don't really know which one it is, but that is Zodiac Star Force by Kevin Panetta and Paulina Ganuch. Oh, I cannot pronounce that. This is the first volume issue of a comic graphic novel type of deal. I think it's a graphic novel. I can't really tell, but the art is really cute, very pink and just perfect, and it's about these high school girls, and they each are a different zodiac sign, and it just seems really cool. I'm probably just gonna like slam through this tonight because it's just so cute, and I had my eyes on this when I was in a comic book store once, but I knew that it'd be cheaper on Amazon, but I was holding off, and I just decided to order it once, so I have this now, which is awesome because I love me some graphic novels, especially ones with strong females, and I think there's some LGBT things going on in here, so that's exciting too. The next one I got is a newer release, and I got this one on Amazon too, but I've been seeing it on shelves in the bookstores, and that is Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruit. So it is also another lesbian, loving female type of deal. I'm not quite sure who's what or what they identify as, but I'm loving this one because it also talks about religion, and basically this girl, her dad's a preacher or pastor or something like that, but he's been totally accepting of her, and then she has to move from her like super liberal hip town down to Georgia because her dad remarries, and so then she has to go back into the closet in order to help with her father's credibility in the town, and it just gets crazy. And obviously forbidden fruit, she falls in love with someone who she's not supposed to be falling in love with, so I'm super excited. I read a little bit of it and it's very quirky, very funny, and I'm excited to see how this one goes. This last one is another on the whim purchase. I was in Barnes & Noble's going to buy Beloved for my class, and I saw this and I was like, well, it's fate, obviously, and that is Gemena by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I read Illuminate around this time last year. I got it for Christmas. Oh, clamped my hair in the book. I got it for Christmas last year, and so I think it's about time that I read the second one, and I had so much fun reading Illuminate, and so I'm really excited to read this one. It goes by so quickly, and I haven't really heard anything about this one, whether people like it or not, so I don't really want to know. I just want to go in totally blind, not knowing anything, and just engulf myself back into this world. I may need to go back and refresh my mind a little bit on the first one because so much happened that I'm not really sure if I remember it all, but really excited about this one too. If you have read this, don't tell me if it was bad, but if you like it, tell me, because if someone tells me like, it wasn't that good, then I have all these, like, my expectations are lowered and I have the preconceived notions about the book, and I just want to be very excited and continue to be very excited about this book. So yeah, those are the books that I've picked up recently, and I'm really excited for all of them, and so far all of them have been really fun to kind of preview and dive into. So yeah, also forgot to mention this, I cut my hair. I cut off probably like 7 or 8 inches. My hair had been like down to my butt since I was like 6. And then I had a horrible haircut in 8th grade. We don't want to go back to those times. And then I grew it all back super quick, and I was never gonna cut my hair again. And then I was feeling liberated, and I was like, I'm gonna cut it all off. And everyone was like, that's gonna look ugly, meh, meh, meh. So I was like, well, now I have to, just to spite everybody. And I did it, and I love it. So yeah, anyways, off topic. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.